Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Colby Rebel Show. I am your host, Colby Rebel, and what a special treat we have in store for you today. Not only are we on at a very, very special time today, we are on with a very, very special guest. And most of you already know my guest because she is just absolutely one of my most favorite people in the entire physical and spiritual world. She is not only a world acclaimed psychic medium, author, teacher, absolute guru, super sexy, fun, smart, charismatic. She's also one of my very, very dear friends. And so please put your hands together for Lisa Williams. Hi there.
Oh my God. Hey, oh, thanks.
Hi.
You can introduce me anytime.
Right? How are you? Good to see you.
I'm good. How are you? It's good to see you.
Oh, I'm doing great. It's actually raining here in LA, if you can even believe it.
I can't believe it. Don't worry. I have snow, although you will be very happy about the snow because I know you and you're snowboarding. But yes, we have the snow.
Yes. Well, the thing I like about snowboarding is going to the snow and then coming out of the snow to warmer weather.
Of course, I know. Well, being English, I really enjoy the rain. I have to learn to enjoy the rain, so I get it. And the rain in LA is very different, so I do understand that.
Yeah. And nobody knows how to drive when it rains here, as we all know.
Oh my God. No, they don't. But it's so nice to be back on your show. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm loving your shrine in the back, your background. It looks beautiful. It's perfect.
You know, what happened is I had to design it all around that crystal there. And that was mainly because one of my students gave it to me. In fact, a fellow master teacher gave it to me and she said, it needs to be in your teaching space. And I went, okay, wow. So I teach online now. So I had to create this whole thing around that one crystal. Wow.
Well, that's okay. We all need that focal point, right? It looks beautiful. Agree. Yes. So now, you know, we've got our event coming up tomorrow, which I am just so excited about. This is Loved Ones Live, Friday, December 10th. I can't believe it's tomorrow already. And it is 4 p.m. Pacific, but 7 p.m. For you. So I'm super excited about this event that we get to do together. And we always have fun.
You know what is, and I'm going to say this, I hardly do live events anymore. So this, you know, I think my last live event that I did online was with you.
Look at that. You see?
I know.
But we have so much fun. Yeah, and they go so quickly, and people really seem to enjoy them. And you know, we're so lucky the tickets are going back so quickly. And the Zoom has just been wonderful, right? It's been a wonderful tool to be able to reach so many more people, which is really a lot of fun. And
I think during the pandemic, I think we've had to morph onto that.
Yes.
And, you know, what would we have done if it hadn't have happened? You know, it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, really reaching the people. And the one thing I love about it is anyone around the world can come.
Yes.
So you've got people from England, you've got people from Australia, you've got people from the US, you've got people from the Far East. And I think it's beautiful because people are meeting each other in these events, and your teaching and my teaching, and they're becoming fast friends around the globe, which I think is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's been really great to just see people come together. And I've noticed so much more people working on their own gifts, especially during the pandemic, kind of becoming more in alignment, saying, hey, wait a second, I think I want to follow my calling. What is that calling? You know, and we were talking about the grief that we also experience right around the holidays, it seems to be a little bit amplified. Don't you think, just that sense of missing those loved ones?
I do think it is. And, you know, it's funny because I was talking about this with a friend of mine recently, how whether it is you have lost a loved one, or whether you've lost your job, or whether you have come out of a relationship, whatever it is, everything seems amplified. And certainly as we're transitioning into 2022, I do feel the Earth's energy is really about exposing us and becoming vulnerable and getting into that heart center, which some people don't like, especially, you know, the English in us. But it's like, I think what happens is we have created traditions. And in our world, we've created those traditions of family, of being around people that we love. And so what tends to happen is when we lose someone, when we're grieving, those traditions are upset. And new normal is upset naturally when we grieve. But this is on a heightened level because it's all focused about family, love, giving and sharing. And that's the hardest thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, you know, just the memories come flooding back in as well that we have with those loved ones. But that's also why we picked this date for the event, right? I think when we were organizing it, we were like, let's do something around the holidays, because I think that's when people could really use that connection and that pick me up and really that validation that our loved ones really are around us, right?
I think it's important that, you know, we do something as some form of tradition. Yeah. And we're trying to facilitate that connection, but we also have to try and let them empower people to say, hey, you can also have this connection yourself.
Yes.
And while we facilitate it and really confirm what you've already been thinking, because we all know our intuitive mind sort of plays with us, we doubt it, but I think what we're doing is we're just confirming them having that communication throughout the year, but it does help them right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what do you tell people? Again, I want to make sure that we keep it always very fresh or really authentic, right? And there's a lot of times when we come up with the signs and symbols for our loved ones, and we see the repeating ones that tend to be kind of over and over. Why do you think that is? That is it just because it's within our consciousness and our awareness, which is why they come forward, or is there another reason in your expertise?
So with signs and symbols, I think we have some general signs. I mean, a lot of people are expecting 11-11, 11-11. And just before the show, you were talking about a hummingbird. I also have a hummingbird story, and a lot of people do. And so I think we've become very aware of, I won't say the general signs, but the more common signs, the more things like the pennies from heaven. But I do a meditation, and I just recently did it with a big group of, you know, powerful leaders and they're high profile people, very analytical thinkers. And I got them all to get their own sign. And it's in that powerful process of them getting their own sign. Someone actually said, I got this really ornate box with a heart-shaped, it was just a heart-shaped something, and I don't know what it is. And then the following day they went on the beach and there was a heart that was drawn in the sand by this young girl. And I went, well, there's your sign. So I think we also have to look at the other signs, because, you know, I've had it where a sign was a pair of boxing gloves, and a woman said, where am I going to find a pair of boxing gloves? And then 4 hours later during the workshop, somebody in front of her drops the keys, the woman behind picks up the keys, and on the key ring is the boxing glove. So, you know, so you're going to get those people. Remember, spirit were people and they are characters. So they're going to come across with that characteristic of going, you know what? I'm not going to give you a normal sign. I'm going to say boxing gloves and make it hard. So,
yes,
you know,
yes.
I think it's important to realize that if you think it's a sign, if you feel it's a sign, it's a sign.
Yeah. And it's the same thing too when someone says, oh, I felt a presence. I wasn't sure. Well, who was the first person that popped into your mind, right? Because it's that person. And
absolutely.
A lot of times that ego mind will step in and will just discount it. But you're like, whoa, bring it back.
I mean, listen, I'm the person that goes, hey, give me a sign in 10 minutes and it's got to be looking like this.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes I get the sign and then I'm like, I don't believe it. In 10 minutes, I want to have this sign. Oh, yeah. We all have those doubts. And I think it's important we just actually go back into trust.
Yeah, absolutely. The trusting and the surrendering. So are you looking forward to 2022? It just feels like such a great number, right? Such a great 2022. It's like,
are you kidding me? I am actually. And it's funny because I love astrology. And I recently had an astrology reading with someone and he said, 2022, now you've just started this new phase come November. And he said, it's all starting for you. So I'm excited because there's a lot of new stuff that I want to work on, which is still mediumship based, but it's morphing. So yeah, I'm really excited. It does feel like a good number as well.
Yeah, it does. It just feels like so much is coming into play in the new year. And hopefully we're able to get back to a little bit of what we would remember as normal. It might be a hybrid.
But you know what? We've all coped. We've all survived. We've transitioned. We have got the new normal, which is exactly what transitioning is. And sadly, passing away, that transition, coping with new normal. We've all, in a lot of ways, we've actually all had to deal with a massive amount of grief.
Yeah.
Because we've had to grieve our life that as it was once before. So we've all gone through heightened states of grief, some more than others. So I think the whole world has gone through it. And I think it's about time to shift.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we are ready. We are ready for change, right?
Absolutely. Bring it on.
Well, let's take a couple lucky callers on air and we will just kind of see. Let's hope everything works that you can hear them this time. Otherwise, right? Let us see. Here we go. How about we have got 949? Hey, 949. This is Colby. Who is this?
Hi, Colby. This is Sulema.
Okay. Hi, Salema. Lisa, can you hear Salema?
I can.
Yay! What can we do for you today, Salema?
I just wanted a general reading of who is around me.
What I was feeling is, I don't know whether she's got a father in spirit, but I do have a gentleman that's actually coming through who's standing very, very tall and proud. Well, not tall necessarily, but very strong and proud. It's as though his eyes are very piercing.
Yes.
Yes, Lisa, it makes sense.
Fabulous. Okay. And I can hear her. So, and he's got this very, very strong presence about him. I almost wanted to say military or something of just someone who is so strong, very, I don't want to use the word domineering, although that was a word that was given to me, but very, very proud man.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. He comes through feeling that he never understood everybody. It's as though it was his way or the highway. And I feel that he needs to actually apologize for not always listening and hearing people in the way that they should have been. And here's what the interesting part of it is he's showing me that you and he have made peace on the other side. So whether it's you made your peace just before he passed or on the other side, but there's this feeling of peace and he stands behind you.
Yes.
Okay. Now he comes through in a way of support right now because he's showing me that there has been a lot of need for support. He's your strength from the other side. And what he's also showing me is whatever has been transitioning and changing right now, he's showing me that you are now about to springboard into new opportunities. I'm not sure if you're looking at writing a book, getting your story told, being heard, but he's actually supporting you here and in a way lifting you up and pushing you forward.
Okay.
And he also loves you very much as well. And I'm not sure if mum is in spirit, because I've got a great deal of love from a woman that represents a mum to me for you.
No, I don't.
If it's not mum, it's either grandmother, and she's coming through with a great deal. It's as though she's giving me the warm and squishiness.
So
she's balancing out that kind of domineering energy to her being warm and squishy.
Yes.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Would this be grandmother for you by chance, Salima?
Yes.
Yeah, it's her grandmother.
Yes, it would be.
Because the way that she's coming through, and, you know, I don't know whether she baked or whatever, but she's giving me a lot of food references, a lot of being in the kitchen, a lot of family gatherings.
Yes.
Yes, she says.
Her and I share the same passion for cooking.
Yeah, yeah.
That was interesting, because what she was showing me is that around the holidays now, you're thinking about, you know, what is it that you're going to make and bring together, and it's like you're bringing people together. And she also is showing me that you have that homemaking, caring way, but she's saying you also wear your heart on your sleeve, and sometimes you may have to stand up and take that part like your dad and be a bit stronger sometimes, because it's about shielding your own emotions and making sure you protect yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, so she does. Yes.
Okay, good. So just know that you've got them around you, that they are protecting you, and that they're with you, certainly around this period of time, and that they're actually lifting you, because I feel like what's going on in the family right now could be a little bit challenging.
Okay, lots of love to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, isn't that funny? Okay, so this is classic case for those people who have no idea how mediumship works. We have typically just demonstrated exactly what happens. So I'm connecting, having to translate, and you being the medium and using it's
exactly
it funny?
Yes. Let us do. How about 352? Hey, 352. This is Lisa and Colby. Who is this?
This is Cookie Gorman.
Hi, Cookie. How are you?
Hi, Cookie.
Good.
Good. What can we do for you today?
My mother was a healer, a psychic, and a medium, and so is my sister. I love doing hands-on healing, and I keep feeling a calling to do mediumship, but I have a lot of resistance, and was wondering, what is this resistance about?
Oh, that's
showing up for me.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it, Lisa?
Okay, so it felt like Mum was a nurse. So when she said healing, because I wrote nurse down, when she said healing and psychic medium, that is interesting. Now, I would really love to ask her because this is more of with her resistance to mediumship, it could be a little bit of it could be within her, because I actually feel she does have a great healing ability. She has an immense psychic and intuitive awareness, but the mediumship, I feel like maybe she's seen something that Mom has done, or maybe her sister did, or something. I feel as though there is a block there to it. Now, that's not to say she can't do it. I feel as though she has to overcome that block. So I kind of just wanted to explore that with her and see what that was.
One of the things I get around it, and we'll see what Lisa says, is I feel like there's definitely it's a fear of judgment. Like I really feel like you have a fear of judgment of what others are going to think. Would you resonate with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And Lisa?
I felt like it was a fear of getting it wrong and messing up someone's life, because I feel that Cookie always wants to give. She's the people pleaser. She wants to give. And she never wants to upset anyone.
Yes, my mom had that similar thing too. So she stopped doing it to some degree for that reason. Also something to do with, I used to watch my sister and my mom do mediumship readings, and I didn't want to interfere or compete with them.
Right. Yeah. You're looking at it as, am I good enough, though?
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lisa.
And that's what I said at the beginning is that it's something, there's a blockage between what's happened with mom and what she's seen between mom and sister.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Lisa.
And I feel honestly that if she wants to do, because I think it's really a wanting to do it. If you want to do it, you can continue with the healing and you can get absolutely incredible results in healing. But if you want to do the mediumship, it's really about building up your self-esteem and really building up that confidence to know, especially with ethics. And if you work with either Colby or myself, we're going to definitely drum the ethics in. But I think you'll actually find that you won't be so fearful.
Okay.
So it's just kind of working on that. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Thank you, Cookie. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Let's take 203. I might be making it worse. 203. But you would understand, Debbie, I just get the sense with your husband, though, I really feel with him that he gives me something with his hands, like either he worked with his hands or his knuckles are kind of big. Would you understand this around your husband's hands?
Absolutely.
And it gives me a sense, too, where I feel like I wonder if he would pick his fingernails or his fingernails are dirty or just something like this. Do you understand that?
Yes, always picked his fingernails.
Okay, got it. Because I just feel like you'd always kind of chastise him for it. Tell him to leave him alone, right? Tell him to stop biting his nails. You understand that?
Yes.
And
yes.
It gives me a sense of a little bit of a belly. So I feel like you fed him well. Like I feel like he wasn't so strict with his diet. Does that make sense around him?
Yes.
Okay. I definitely feel like a big meat eater. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
He was a healthy eater. Eater.
Okay. But he shares with me really this sense too, where I don't think he's a big talker. I don't really feel like he's one for the center of attention or a lot of talking. You understand this around him, correct?
Yes. Silent man.
Okay. But he also he really gives me the feeling, I do feel like I feel like he was ill and possibly cancer as well. Is that correct?
He had MS.
Okay, got it. Is there something with his throat? Just because I noticed my hand is stroking my throat. So would you understand something going on with his throat or unable to speak at the end with him?
He couldn't swallow.
Okay, thank you. He definitely gives me the feeling of being very spry now. I feel like you two have been married a long time because he takes me back to his thinner, healthier days. So he really lets me know that, he felt like he was quite the looker and you two would really get a lot of attention where you went. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So she's saying yes to everything, Lisa. Anything you want to add as well, Lisa?
So I picked up that he was a very emotionally strong man, so he could actually support her. But I also wanted to be put outside. I'm not sure if he loved being in the outdoors. I wasn't sure whether he loved, because it took me back into my dad. My dad plays golf. So he just took me back into the outdoors, wanting to, just do his thing around the outdoors. He didn't care who he was with. It was just, I want to be in the outdoors. And I felt as though there was an illness, but I felt as though the passing was somewhat, I won't say unexpected, because I do think it was expected, but not expected either in how it happened or when it happened.
Yes, we knew he would pass. It just came up very quickly.
Okay, there we go. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the outdoors, is there a memorial outdoors for him? Because he kept showing me being outdoors, but then there's also a memorial for him that people have done. And it's almost like he didn't like center of attention. It's like, oh, don't worry about me.
Yes, we did have a memorial service outdoors.
A memorial service
during COVID too. So.
It was outdoors and during COVID.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I felt like the outdoors was like his place that he could escape to. I feel nature, I feel trees, I feel like I wanted to be outdoors. And the funny thing is it's like he's rubbing his head almost like he's standing there scratching his head. So whether that was a mannerism he would often do.
No, not usually.
Not a
his
mannerism.
Hair is very precious to him.
Oh, his hair.
Touch it.
His hair is very precious.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yes.
So in that case, he's showing me his hair because it was like the mannerism of his touching his hair, making sure it was like he's just standing there touching his hair.
I see her face on the Facebook.
Yes, yes.
So it's funny because he's just taking me to the stars. So I'm not sure if you go outside at night and look up to the stars or you see the stars and you think of him, but it brings me to the stars. But for some reason, I feel as though it's an astrological connection as well, and I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay. Was he a Libran by any chance, or I don't actually know. Hold on. What's that one with the bow and arrow? Is that a Virgo?
I don't know.
I don't know. Was he? What is there a connection to September then?
September.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
What about the 9th of a month? What about the 9th of a month?
Well, his birthday is the 11th of March.
March 11th.
But no 9th.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just something astrological, and I kept seeing that. Like I said, I mean, I'm sure everybody in the comments are actually like, "It's this!
It's this! Hello!"
It's like, come on!
I am just kind of curious, though. Just based on something Lisa said, did you happen to meet on Valentine's Day or near Valentine's Day? I'm just curious.
No, we actually met on August 20th, and we actually got married on the same day, 5 years later.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Okay, I got to work this out because now I am really curious because I am like, because I just kept being drawn to, so the month, I don't even know. Oh, what day was she born? What day was it?
The 20th, August 20th.
On the 20th.
So,
August 20th.
So, okay, I'm just looking at Virgo. I don't even know what it might be even Sagittarius. I have no idea. But I kept being drawn to the Virgo months only because my dad's a Virgo, or Virgo come Libra. And Virgo is from the 22nd of August to later on in September. So that would make sense why I was being shown that month.
Yes.
Or that time of year. Anyway.
Yes.
But I don't think I think it's Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Was he a hunter?
Was he a hunter by chance? Yeah. Was he a hunter?
No, he was a fisher.
Oh, he was a fisher.
Yes, he liked to fish.
He loved fishing. I don't know, the bow and arrow. I know that's why it made me. I was like, is it Valentine's Day?
I know.
Oh, you know what though? What? I just remembered he was dressed as Cupid for Halloween one year.
Oh, there we go.
That could be it. You never know, right?
There we go.
And he had a bow and arrow.
Yes. And he had a bow and arrow, she said.
Yes, he did. Because I was the heart.
She was the heart. She was the heart.
He kept showing me that I couldn't change it. So, okay, let me put it into perspective because this is how people are going to see it.
We got around to it, right?
Yes. It took a minute, but we did it.
But it's almost like this is how people have to understand it. So we see something, and I saw the bow and arrow, and then I was being drawn to the month of around my dad's birthday, which is August. I was seeing between Chris's, my husband, and my dad's, which is August, September. And so that was when they met, when they got married, and that he was the Cupid's bow and she was the heart. So it's that whole metaphor of it. So, duh.
Yeah, so that's what she's saying. She was getting, the pieces come in and she was seeing like her wedding and the dates and the months. So that's what it, but the bow and arrow, I think, is perfect, Lisa. It's like, he's showing me. He's showing me. But it's also cute because I think he could be a little playful when it was just him and you, right? So
yes,
there you go. But well, we got there. I feel like the biggest piece was knowing he's around you, but also maybe that message is that he's always going to be your Cupid, right?
Yes. I believe that. Yes.
He is always going to be your one and only.
Yep.
So there we go. Well, lots of love to you.
I just have one last question, Colby, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Will this be on a replay for Facebook?
Yes, it will. Yes, you can watch it on.
Oh, perfect.
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
You.
Yes. So
all right.
Lots of love to you. Yes, lots of love to you, and have a beautiful, beautiful night.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, there we go. We got through the callers. Sorry. always something, right? But we're doing it. It's okay. But you know, Lisa, I want to take us back to tomorrow, our event. I'm super, super excited about it. It is tomorrow. It is at 4 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. your time. I mean, how fun is that, though? Like, for people on the East Coast, this is like a wonderful Friday night before you actually go out dancing, right? It's going to be fabulous.
It's perfect. It's perfect. And, you know, I think we always have a lot of fun.
We do. We do.
Try to bring the fun element into it, because one of the things is we miss our loved ones all the time. So we're in that. We don't want to make it sad for you. We actually want to have fun. And I think that's our intention.
Yeah, absolutely. And we always bring through the laugh and the giggles, as well as the messages and the tears. But, you know, it really is, I believe in Lisa, you know, our loved ones want us to be joyful. They want us to be happy. I think above all, they want us to fully live and live unapologetically.
I agree. I totally agree. And I think, you know, I know if I pass over, I would want my loved ones, I would want Chris, I would want my family to have a big party. In fact, we only had this conversation the other night.
You would want karaoke. What are you talking about? It would be.
Actually, so this is what I said. I said, if anyone wears black, I'm coming to haunt them.
Yes.
and I said, and then I want this big online karaoke party so anyone around the world can play. So yes.
Yes, there we go. There we go.
It's fun. It really is. And I think, you know, our loved ones want us to celebrate them.
Yes.
We miss them. It's we grieve their loss, but they do want us to celebrate them.
They really do. So I will see you tomorrow. Everybody grab your ticket. The tickets are selling super, super quick. So please get yours before it sells out. Lisa, thank you so much for being here again. So much love to you. I kind of do, you know, I mean, although we have the technical, it's also kind of super amazing and cool, you know, because it just really shows how it works. So in a way, it's just so nice and fun, right? And then we have the Facebook that's going to put it all together perfectly, where everyone can hear you, and it's going to be like, yes, yes.
I know. I want to go back and look at the comments.
There we go. Exactly. But lots of love to you. Thank you, everybody. And I will see you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow, Lisa. Thank you.
Thanks, Colby.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Colby Rebel Show. Be sure to follow Colby on social media at Psychic Rebel. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please head on over to iTunes to leave a review to help Colby grow the tribe. Colby is an international psychic medium, teacher, best-selling author, and speaker. She is a master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.